Hello and happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is remaining patient, kind, and forgiving of themselves and others today. I want to thank you for tuning into the Unknown Podcast to give yourself the time that you deserve to help you learn more about yourself. We're almost through the month of April and that much closer to the warm days of summer, hopefully fire-free summer. Today, I want to talk about something I've been seeing a lot of, increasingly so with the stress that a lot of us are feeling over circumstances surrounding our lives that seem to be strikingly similar. I'm going to say a phrase, and I expect a few giggles because I initially did too, all in good fun. It costs nothing to be nice. But it doesn't cost anything to be mean either. I initially thought this was kind of funny, and the thought kind of came and went all in one till I started seeing it regurgitated among a vast amount of people who really did mean it in the way some of us may have taken it as a joke. I'm not one to rain on a person's parade, and I myself have a pretty fucked up sense of humor due to my own macabre nature. But occasionally, I like to stare into the abyss and really take apart these false claims that many genuinely believe to be true. Defenses that we put up because we're hurt. You've all heard me say that there is consequence for everything we do in this world, good and bad. The context of the consequence being positive or negative is entirely dependent on the good or bad you pushed to tilt the scales. Some of us believe in karma, but usually only in the negative sense. That karma is meant to be a vengeful spirit that grasps onto wrongdoers and makes them pay. Kind of like Batman. Personally, I believe that karma acts as a neutral force in all things consequence only because good and bad is a social construct created by man. They are man-made governed laws. We don't look at the murder of one man by the hands of another in the same way that we look at a lion ending the life of another lion, or a lioness, or her cubs. We simply see them as beings that are unaware of their actions, as animals who do not know what right and wrong is. So they can't be applied to the laws of man and what is wrong and what is right. This is not me saying that it's right to murder or hurt or cause harm to another person. But I am saying that the vindication of one person's actions is strong enough to morph any action from wrong to right and vice versa in the ways that our laws are set up. And how it's decided is by the majority vote of other humans. Allow me to complete my aforementioned statement. It costs nothing to be nice, but good faith and time, with no promise of gratitude. It costs nothing to be mean, but the vengeance that plots against you from the person you wronged. In my last episode, I spoke of battling with your ability to retain your peace and walk away. I've also spoken in other episodes that no choice is still considered a choice. So how is it that we, as people, are to navigate these tides of uncertain consequence? Intention. Your intention is very important and goes hand in hand with your delivery in every interaction you have with a person. Opposite of yourself, whom you cannot control. It goes to say that in a world where we have to choose between identical paths, choose a path that offers the least resistance. Choose the path that caters more to your peace and less to your ego. Be willing to apologize when you feel you are wrong, and stand strong in your decisions if you feel you're right. We will never be able to control how someone may receive information or stimulus, and it goes to stand, when being the receiver, that hurt people will hurt. And the person who sustains damage will have the choice to continue the cycle or not. We all have the choice to do the things that make us happy, and we have the choice to control the beginning of an interaction between every human we begin contact with. But once it begins, we have to wait till it's yet again our turn to move. Like chess. We watch and we consume media that shows us the impact of revenge and fighting fire with fire. And sometimes we glorify the act of direct vengeance when we see it and feel, as a majority, it's for the best. It's important to understand that we are sometimes the embodiment of karma unto another person without knowing it. How do we know? You can usually tell if you're the delivery man of karma's payback when you have no motivation or will in causing harm. There's no intentional venom in your words or action, and as simply as you feel, the recipient feels the bite of the delivery. Oftentimes without you knowing it. You won't always be present to see the delivery being received. And you'll always get the choice in the situation to be mean or cruel to a person who you feel has wronged or hurt you. Whichever path you choose will simply begin a new cycle of waiting for the delivery of a package of your own. Man created laws to govern its people and to what the fundamentals of right and wrong are. But the universe itself seems to follow the simple law of equal exchange. What we put in is what we get back, and there's no time frame to the delivery of what we receive. I mean all of this to say that we are capable of putting only good out into the world that almost always guarantees a positive buyback. In one form or another. It might be small, it might be large. But as short as our lives are as humans, we will have only a finite amount of time to learn only a handful of lessons before we decide what it is we want back from life. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Keep the venom from your lips when you speak to people, and walk away when you feel you can't stop it. Words and actions are just as impactful as a bullet in a gun, and while some may be eager to shoot, most will not be prepared for the boomerang of the consequence after the echo of the shot falls silent. I love you so much. Bye-bye now.
Breathe into the sky. The distance helps to hide the space beneath. The birds that fly below. Fall, no fear but feel wind. Uncurl through passing cloud. Fly of yourself.